Y'all ready?
We need Rachel though.
We need technology day. We're ready to present.
What?
I said we need technology. Or you need higher. So you
We're waiting for
Rachel.
Yeah, she's back with Hogs. Figuring out right
Cameron, take that circular thing over there, put it in the middle. Isn't there a circle thing?
This thing?
The circle.
Yeah.
Take that, put it in the middle and fall down. You're gonna have to go off this computer. You guys got the clicker?
I have it.
They're running around because they won't.
You might not be able to see everything.
That day. Yeah, I think it was drive me. That's where they were. I think they.
Oh, wow.
There was an issue with keynotes. Can everyone see that?
There's no way you can just.
Okay. Yeah.
Are we up here?
Works. That's your plan B? That's all right, you got
This
it.
is, this is our best.
That's fine.
Alright.
I like that you have a plan B.
All right, whenever you guys are ready.
Alright. Zach, what was that song you're playing in the hallway?
Oh, you mean this one?
I can't do that. Can you turn it up?
It's up all the way.
Do you have a speaker or something? I'm having trouble.
No.
Is it? Are you sure? I can't. I'm having trouble.
Actually, I have this thing though. This thing actually works pretty well.
What?
Check this out. It's like this amplifier thing. You like put it in here. And it amplifies the sound.
Someone's paying attention in physics class.
It's garbage. This problem we've demonstrated for you right here is exactly what our company, Shockwave, is trying to solve. Our product, the Shockwave case, is an all-in-one iPhone speaker case unit that will, one, protect your case and amplify it as well. So why our case, you might ask? Well, all 4 of our group members own iPhones, much like many students at Barrington High School, along with the 136 million others that recently bought iPhones in 2014. And as you recently observed, the iPhone speaker is, as you can say, under par from many other speakers that you could find out in the open market today. So that's the problem we're trying to solve. Just 2 weeks ago in this class, we were set to make a business call with a 3D digital designer to help design our product to help put on our landing page. The problem was, as you realized during class, this class can get very noisy, so it's not the greatest environment to make a phone call. And the 2 private rooms we have in this class were both occupied. So Shockwave got banished to the hallway, which as you saw is a linoleum tile rectangle, which is very echoey, and there's people roaming through, talking without care of anyone else's business. So we're struggling to hear the man on the other end of the phone, cupping our hands around the speaker, doing anything possible so the other group members can write down what he's saying so we can figure out what we have to do in order to make his job easier.
So for our minimum viable products, we want to make a landing page so that way on the landing page there will be a CAD design. And we spoke with the CAD designer and basically he'll give it to us for a discounted price. And this way the customers or people that go to the page will be able to see what our product is before clicking a button, which would make them think that they're going to buy the product. But really, since we don't have the product manufactured at the moment, we'd say out of stock. And we'd have them leave their contact information so that way when we do have it manufactured, we can get back to them and also get a better idea of how many people are going to buy our product and like what age range is going to be willing to do it. And so our goals from this is basically to see who's gonna do, like, once again, like, who's gonna buy it, and also from the CAD design, although it's gonna go on the landing page, it'll also go to the 3D printer as well. And when we were on the phone with the 3D printer, he told us that he would do the 3D print for free based on the fact that we're students. And so that way, having the 3D print, we would have something tangible to advertise with, giving people a better idea of what our product is and more willing to want to buy it. Oh, and so we do have a direct competitor, and that's Amp Audio. And the thing about Amp Audio is that their phone case charges and amplifies the sound of the phone, but it's worth $179, which is really expensive. And ours only amplifies the sound of the phone, but it's being sold for $100 less, which is $74.99. And this will appeal to our customer segment, which is 16 through 24-year-olds, because people at that age range, like, they're either like living with their parents or they're in college and they don't have all the money in the world to spend on really high-tech stuff. So ours is cheaper, which would make it a lot easier to purchase for our customers.
For our current key metrics, we're going to keep track of the number of clicks on our landing page, and also the number of contacts that we get also through our landing page when they click on the buy now.
Okay, wait, actually go back to this. So as Henry said, before, our TAM is going to be around 135 million people, and that's the number of iPhone users or people who bought iPhones in 2014. And then our SAM was narrowed down to 16,120 because we calculated the number of 16 to 24-year-olds in per state around, and we narrowed that down even more to how many of those 16 to 24-year-olds have iPhones. This is our 5-year model. Actually, can you guys see that?
Sorry, you can talk.
All right, I'll try to explain it best I can. For the year one, our net income is going to be $201,900, and it's eventually throughout 5 years going to increase to $611,745. And that is due to our COGS, which is going to cost $25.89 to make the case, and that includes cost of materials that we got from a site called Alibaba. That's the cheapest where we can find it on that website, and it was most applicable to our case, and also the labor cost. And we decided to make the price of it $74.99 because that is more than double our case of how much it's gonna take to make it, and it's also still cheap enough to be have a UVP against our other competitor. Also, our revenue, we're going to be selling it steadily throughout the first couple of months because we're going to be selling it from person to person once we start manufacturing them. And we plan to go to Harper College to try to get out of this area and start to advertise and sell to college students, not just high school students. And also we are going to be, month 9, we for sure plan to move into stores. And so then we plan to sell 1,000 in month 9, and then it'll keep going up by around 500 each month because we plan to go into phone carrier stores like Sprint, Verizon, T-Mobile, Apple Store, all the phone stores that carry accessories. And so then that'll eventually increase more and more once we start to get into more stores around Illinois, and then eventually break out of Illinois and start to go nationwide. And also our SG&A cost, our company is more COGS rather than SG&A, so our SG&A is going to include mostly advertising, website costs. Our domain name is going to cost around $10 for a domain name from GoDaddy, and advertising is going to cost around $500 for the first year, and then keep increasing throughout the next couple of years because we want to get bigger. And then that was about it. And so for our costs, we are asking for $195, It's not much, but that's all we need to begin. Our landing page is going to cost $95 because it's $19 a month off turnmvp.com. But the first month is free, so we only want to use this for 6 months because after 6 months we want to make a real website, and then we are going to be actually selling the product from then on. And our CAD designer, as Ali said before, is going to be discounted, but it still comes out to about $100. And we actually just got that today, so that's, yes.
We want to thank you guys for coming out. We know you guys have busy schedules. So thank you for listening to our presentation. We are Shockwave.
I apologize that I missed this in the beginning. What is the actual product you're selling?
It's a speaker case, so you put it on your phone and it amplifies the sound
The
of your phone.
case. Got it, okay.
Yeah.
They did such a good job, you can already tell those are speakers there.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, thank you, I missed that.
Are they actually speakers or
Yeah.
they're additional
Yes,
speakers?
additional speakers to your phone.
What is that you're showing?
It's a Mophie case, and it's going to look similar to a Mophie case, but with the speakers are going to be on top.
That's not an actual case, we.
It's just a digital design
Yeah.
of them.
Oh,
It's-
gotcha.
It'll be the same, like, dimensional size as one.
Gotcha, so that's not a competitive product?
No.
No,
Something
that is
you
not.
mocked up?
Yes.
Got it, okay.
Did you read anything about AMP Audio and their success level, their traction, what their clientele is like?
We have, our mentor actually, Greg Stoligo, found it for us
Okay.
about a month or two ago. And they actually have not released their product yet. They're still in the pre-order stage. So they've been still going pre-orders, because they're an official company, but they've released like Bluetooth speakers, but they haven't released the case yet. So it's still like in their developmental stages, I guess you could say.
I actually thought you were going to use something with the hollow glass, along the way, which would be interesting.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a case, obviously, but if there was some application there.
Sound art.
Yeah, I didn't make the connection between the scientific demo and the product.
Because I can't carry this around with you. all
No, I
the time.
understand, I got that. But adding speakers, it's really what you're
trying
doing.
to say
Yeah.
is that
Yeah.
the phone had enough volume, we just can't hear it, so.
You got our attention with that.
Yeah, it was a great icebreaker.
I'm kind of surprised that there isn't more competition for this. Have you been into like a, T-Mobile store and look at the
Yeah.
accessories that they have?
So there definitely is more competition, but there are more indirect competitors because there are cases where they have they're weird plastic cases that come up and it cups around the speaker and everything, and there's like extenders and stuff, but they're either not appealing or they're inconvenient.
Now, your sales plan is to sell direct for the beginning?
For the beginning, yes. Until
Go to
month
Go to
9.
Harper and try to sell there?
Yeah.
So let's just focus a little bit on the MVP. I like the idea of they were out of stock. I think that's a really clever MVP. You're going to get the CAD design done for $100. Somebody's doing that for you. And then you mentioned that somebody may give you 3D printing capabilities right away for inexpensive as well, right? What about the component of the actual speaker and the electronic manufacturing of that? And you can't 3D print the whole component. You can do the case, but
For the 3D print, we kind of just want to have a prototype to better advertise with, like something tangible that you can see, not just a CAD design, which is digitally on a screen. And then once we do start manufacturing the legitimate product, we'd be able to show them, we would be able to show them how the speaker would work. So it would be what it would look like, but not function as the case would. But then when we start actually manufacturing, do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
It would be
so in the
easier.
manufacturing budget that you put together, you had the electronics in this, the speaker. and everything.
Yeah, we had all the raw materials.
How do you turn it on and off? I mean, sometimes I don't want my calls blasted out. I mean, what's the function to turn it on and off?
So there's going to be an on and off switch on it, and then also there's a hole at the bottom of the case where you can still charge your phone while keeping the case on, so you don't have to take the case on and off. So that's going to be, you can put your case in, you can also turn it on and off too. It's just like turning on speakerphone on your phone, so you can turn speakerphone on and off.
you evaluate Mophie's market space, which is obviously to power, which is one of the challenges, the iPhone, and add that on? Walk us through what you did there, because Mophie's got a big position in that space. Did you consider that at all? The power supply part of it, that's what Mophie does, right? It's
Yeah.
filling a case, it doesn't have the speaker side. Did you study Mophie at all, or anything they've done, how they traction?
Yeah, well, Mophie is actually similar to AMP too, because what AMP's big advantage over us is that they also is a charge. It's also a charging
Right,
case.
right.
So that's like the biggest thing. That's why theirs is more expensive. But we consider our UVP to be. It's also going to be a lot thinner because there's not going to be a battery on the back. So that's why we think that we researched a lot of the complaints for Mophie and for AMP, and it was how thick it was. And especially with the iPhone 6, people want to buy it because it's thinner and because it's new. So we want to make the case a lot thinner while still being able to amplify the sound with good quality too.
If I can add on there, the
Yeah.
new iPhone update that came with the iPhone 6, the lightning charger that comes with the thing, with the new iPhone, with the new update, only certified Apple chargers work with the new phone. So you'd have to come in contact with Apple and make an agreement to be able to charge the phone. So there would be like an agreement that would have to be made through Apple to.
You answered my
Work with
question
that, yeah.
perfectly between the two. Great job. There's a reason, that's what I was asking.
Did you do any patent searches on this concept? Is it anyone, if, you know, a case with built-in speakers exists, any?
There was nothing on the AMP audio. I've been through like every single tab on there. There's nothing about patents or anything yet like that so far.
One of the things when you went into your SAM and your target market, it seemed like you were focusing on a geographic area, but yet the channel that you were using was a website. So a website doesn't just get focused into a geographic area. You get to talk to the world, and you get to look like you're bigger, and no one has to know that you're high school kids developing this behind the scenes. You can make this, you know, look larger than a startup, and use social media to have people clicking the button way outside of, you know, the northwest suburbs or way outside the target market of 16 or 24-year-olds. I would encourage you in the MVP to think of a broader strategy, because the channel that you're using talks to the world. It doesn't just talk to 16 to 24-year-olds in the northwest suburbs. So there's a disconnect there in the channel. You know, you can make this kind of go viral.
Have you considered, obviously, what Kickstarter or Indiegogo is? And the solutions we've had presented, they don't always fit. This one fits in Kickstarter and Indiegogo because there's a enthusiasm around it. People would pre-order it. Have you considered that at all?
Yeah, we actually have a Kickstarter account. We were just waiting on a CAD design so we could have something to show them. And then Allie, actually, don't want to talk about the hiring that you did.
But you could go with that under the Kickstarter campaign. I mean,
Oh, you mean instead of?
actually,
Oh, okay.
right? You
Yeah.
don't need a lot. You're selling an idea, and they give you money and say, I want it, and here's what we would give them if you order ahead of time, because you need some perks for your site. But I think this has an Indiegogo or Kickstarter idea, concept to it to me.
And it'll definitely be more appealing now that we have something for them to look at.
That was great.
And it will look like that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
your product.
Same.
Yes.
Similar, yeah.
You can sell that, and it could go viral. I agree with Michael, I wouldn't narrow, you're too narrow at the moment. That's the benefit of Kickstarter, you're going to be global.
Yeah.
And that photo has nothing to do with, hey, we're a little startup company. If marketed the right way, you could have looked like a, you know, $100 million company that has reviews into it. You know, you can start building your review base on it, and get people to endorse it.
If you do Kickstarter or something like that, double check Shockwave is not taken. I don't know that you've done that yet. Have you?
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
know.
we just have a sense that that name is
Yeah,
taken.
it is.
Almost
I
bet
happen to just know that.
That
Yeah,
might
I
life on
already
it,
know that, yeah.
so you may want to repackage that because you don't want to use their name.
Yeah, exactly.
If you go. Great job.
Yeah, very good.
I saw their dollars in the MVP, which was relatively low, right? Less than $200. 195.
website and,
Well, I'm saying if they think Kickstarter and there are other costs, I would encourage them to think bigger. That's all I would say. I don't think you're thinking bigger. And it's a great idea. And I know your generation, and even our generation, can't hear that thing at all. Forget that we want for music. We may want it for a speakerphone, which you brought up in your great opening.
Yeah, there's a business people would use that for doing meetings on the go kind of thing.
There's not many products that scale like
Your
that.
example was a really good one.
Yeah.
For holding a meeting in the hallway.
Right. So I would encourage them, and other companies have looked at, there are costs to go on Kickstarter and you pay them a percentage of stuff. I would encourage you to consider it and us evaluate giving them more money after you come back to us on what your Kickstarter costs are. Are you willing to put forth the effort and create a video? If you just don't sign up for it, no one will do it. There's effort to do,
Yeah.
but it could go. Get Jack Lenahan involved.
Just don't.
Little inside joke.
it's not an inside joke, 1.1 people.
Yeah, so maybe you can help. So that would be my recommendation. I would bump the number up if you came back and presented to us that you are passionate about Kickstarter-like companies, and you put forth the effort, and what does it cost you to do it?
Great. So you have the 195 plus an option to get more based on your Kickstarter research. Okay.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Yes,
You know, emphasize one thing too. Included in your price is the cost of a case. So the incremental cost of the speaker, you know, a case costs, what, $25? So the speakers are only costing $50 extra. You're getting a case with the product, right? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.